Hi. I am Adair, and this is my group piece partner for this piece, OliviaGatwood, and we're going to do a poem for you guys. Good. Mi abuelas used to tell us of La Llorona, the wailing woman. See, Maria grew up in a Mexican town, now gone with the dust of history.
Maria was coveted by all of her village's men.
They thought of how palm-warm tortillas dissolved in their mouth like words on end of tongue.
How her embraced dusk breeze drifted away from their fingertips.
It was Fernando who won her, knowing just the right pressure in conversation and embrace to make her blush pink as evening primrose.
The next day she brought him tortillas. She placed a flour blanket over his tongue, and soon they were writhing like kneaded dough.
Their children rose from her oven, but not long after, Fernando no longer ate Maria's tortillas or coveted her embrace.
Maria smelled strangers' perfume
on her husband and laundered in the river, cleansing clothes until the river water ran red.
The next laundry day, she pushed her children's tiny skulls under the water.
She washed their pale bodies down a river of abandonment.
Their bodies were found, but not Maria.
And when night covered sky, the townspeople said Maria's ghost would rise
and
come weeping along the riverbank. She was no longer Maria. She was La Llorona, the wailing woman. Today, La Llorona walks the streets.
Our grandmothers are too scared to tell us of her new form, the White Lady, no longer condemned to ditch banks or the tongues of our elders.
Now wandering the cement walkways and newspaper headlines. She still takes children. Nathan Weatherfield walked the dark hallways of addiction, while sunshine hid behind the clouds until he no longer saw light. His mother never heard La Llorona's cries.
In a hospital emergency room, La Llorona watched along with Steve Paternoster as his 16-year-old daughter Haley fought for her last few breaths. The nurses pulled off her oxygen so that she would birth into the afterlife peacefully.
Outside in the deep blue night, the nurses and orderlies swore they had heard a woman's anguished cries. La Llorona is no longer a myth. She's being mass-produced on the streets.
She prances away from the dirt-rough ditch banks and cement-mounted arroyos.
Into the outstretched arms of lost children she believes are hers. It's no longer a legend when the 2 overdoses in 2006 turned to 17 in 2009.
La Llorona
beckons to them, to us, with arms open like a crucifix. She begins to cry into them. Her cottonwood branch body entangled around their soon-to-be corpse. Draining life fluid and lacing it with hers, their eyes glaze over. And they nod into her addictive fingertips as she drowns them in her tattered white robe until the myth is the last thing they breathe. In Albuquerque, New Mexico,
in April 2010,
Nathan Weatherfield and Haley Paternoster died of heroin overdoses.
The black tar sat in Haley's sock drawer like coal in a child's stocking, next to SpongeBob and Barbie.
And branched through Nathan's veins like thunderstorms on spring days that steal the summer away. La Llorona is real. The kids are hearing her cries,
following the whines of Banshee Mother,
in the goat head thorn patches,
or bathroom stalls,
inviting her into their open embrace. La Llorona's hand is tightly encircled around their limbs. She is weeping, another lost child, floating down the creek, face first into the desolate tributary, swallowing our state.
Don't cover your ears.
Listen. And warn the children.